Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Downtime at the Hangar, where we talk about all things GBO2 and tangent.
Oh boy.
This is a tangent podcast.
No, today is salt.
already,
Today
I'm
is salt.
anticipating it today.
Today is
For
just
who?
salt.
Yay.
Today's just going to be salt. Nothing but salt. Anyway, I'm joined by Gustav the 13th
Yep.
and GamingEmblem.
Howdy.
So guys, how was your past week?
It's been just dandy. By that, I mean it's been pretty much the same as every other week, but that's a good thing. But yeah, just still going through Automata. We actually finished up I think ending B last week. We're on Route C right now, which is gone pretty bonkers, actually. Like it actually is just a continuation of the first two, and it's been fun to check out so far. But besides that, trying to keep up with clan matches and things. Currently, the game is kind of kerfuckled, but it's still letting matches go through, so I guess it's not too bad. For anyone watching this on YouTube, I wouldn't worry about it too much unless it happened again. But we'll just have to see.
Oh
Chances
no.
are good.
Oh no, let's not have one of those where it was down for like 2 or 3 days again.
God.
Oh,
you
no.
know what though? We joked about that happening during the anniversary beginning, and it didn't.
Right?
Watch it happen post anniversary.
Oh,
like,
no.
all
They
right.
saved it to the end. Woo!
there's the ending. There's what we were getting. We'll get 10 tokens out of it, I guess. Sure.
Give me those
some
times.
people-
That one time we didn't
Hopefully.
though. Oh my god.
Even though some people
we hope
missed
that
12.
JP's impacted as well.
Yeah, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that was awful. But yeah, when JP was impacted and the game was down for like 3 days, though, and some people missed like 12 tokens. It was like
that was the
and
whole
they only
game.
gave out 10. It's like, oh no.
You didn't even help us break even, you fuck.
But yeah, was that pretty much your week,
Yeah, it sure was.
Emblem?
For me, everything's pretty good. Honestly, today things are kind of picking back up. Mask mandates are going back into effect in Washington as a whole on Monday, and my job has already kind of picked it back up. It started back up officially today, which it makes sense. It's actually kind of wild. There were like a ton of people out on the little like 4-way intersection in front of where I work that were like having a demonstration, I guess. They were just all out there standing with signs and stuff like about not wearing masks and stuff like that. That was pretty wild. They just like showed up and there was a ton of them. It was like, where do all these people come from?
Like, hello.
So like it was like right outside the bank. I was like, but so things are kind of, sparks are flying as far as that goes. You know, what can you do? And I'm personally looking forward to getting some time to play the Tales of Arise demo. It's out on PS4 and PS5. I've already got it downloaded and ready to go. I'm just waiting for a good block stream time to be able to sit down and play it uninterrupted. But I'm really excited about that.
Yeah,
it comes out in like 2 weeks.
Think about trying the demo out.
Would recommend. The game's looking like it's going to be pretty good. And like there's just a bunch of stuff. Like there's the Melty Blood coming out. Tales of Arise is going to be dropping. Magnum, were you going to play any of Diablo 2 Reincarnated, Resuscitate Your Wallet, whatever it was called?
Resurrection? Yeah.
I keep forgetting that hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, they've had some betas for like people who pre-ordered the game already. D2 was my jam when I was a kid. It was like D2 and StarCraft and dial-up internet.
I don't know. I might go ham in that. I haven't decided. Like I am kind of
been spoiled by PoE.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of PoE. I figured I might try it, but at the same time, it's also like they already said no mods right now, so hopefully recover from that mistake. But
they recover from that sudden stroke.
Does PoE have mods, or what do you mean? Like
right now, the D2 community has like a ton of mods, right? So they're like, nah, we're not gonna have mod support for this one, and it's like that was one of the big things with the Warcraft 3 thing when they completely destroyed that game. Like, if you even have the old one, you can't even play anymore, pretty much.
Interesting.
I remember Nexus mods is having like a meltdown too. Fallout pretty much fell apart.
Yeah, like the whole mods for Warcraft 3 is just like they just deleted them. They're just like, nope. Oh, and by the way, we've got a new thing. Any mods that you do happen to make now is ours. So,
that's interesting.
Yeah, Blizzard things, Activision Blizzard things. But
you think with them being in the hot seat as it is, they just kind of shut up for a little bit?
Nope.
Gotta love the legal hounds though. They got their own agenda with that.
So I might check it out though. Depends on how much it is, and depends on how easy it is for me. Like if it's too much money, then I might re-up my sub for WoW just so I can farm a couple of WoW tokens and then buy it that way. But that's how they get me to play WoW.
That's how they get you.
But because like last time I bought like all of games. Like I was like, while I was playing, because I went back for BFA, because I was getting into the hype and a lot of my friends were doing it, so I went in and I started playing that, and I ended up buying like all the StarCraft stuff. I bought Black Ops 4, I think was the one at the time. I got like all the DLCs for every other game that I had at the time there, because I just started getting lucky and finding like 300,000 gold like weapons, because the game just it just came out, the expansion just came out, so if you have RNG, you're just like, I'm rich, and then it's just like, well, I could use this on the game, but I'm already getting bored. Let's just trade it for WoW tokens. Hey, these are $15 each if I just convert it to Blizzard bucks. Oh
damn.
Oh well, here's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now I own all the games, right? So
yes,
I got lucky. I got drops. Now I have all the games on the Blizzard client.
Blizzard's just rubbing their hands together. He did it by playing our games.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh wait, I just lost all that time. No,
falling for the trap. But before we get a house spot in Tangent Land, set up games. I've been having a good week. Looking forward to playing more stuff. If anybody watching has any anime video games or just anime in general that are coming up and are currently out that they're looking forward to, let us know in the comments.
Oh no.
How about you, Magnum?
Dude, Chainsaw Man, let's go. My body is ready.
We're pandering for what's it called? Exposure on YouTube. Leave comments in the description.
Leave comments. Leave those anime comments. Yeah, do it.
Yeah. What's your favorite anime, guy?
Apparently, D2 Res is removing TCP/IP as well.
Oof. I heard about that, but I don't know what that means.
Six Pulsar. Have you heard about this Gundam thing?
Oh yeah, the Gundam thing. Yes. But also, how did the giveaway go?
Oh, we picked somebody, and I haven't heard back from them yet. So they have a few days to respond.
I saw your Discord post about it. I was like, they're not gonna see that. They're not gonna look at that. They're gonna be like, I didn't know, man. He's like,
I emailed them too. Like, it was on stream. Send me an email.
Right. This is about as front loaded as it could be.
Yeah, they have a few days to respond, and if not, I'm picking another winner. And I don't know. I saw a lot of this. Probably be Magnum. I think Magnum has like max entries. Man, every time I would check, I would see Magnum.
He talk about it on stream.
Dude, I was like, guys, go enter. But I'm entering right now.
Streaming in the middle of the. He's like streaming in the middle of the morning. Like, good luck, everybody. But I just put in another entry.
And here it is. Good luck, though. Here's the link. Go to it. Go get that. Go get your entries. But I just put in another one.
I found you, Magnum.
So good luck. But I'm going ham for it.
I want that game too.
I'm assuming you didn't get it then.
Nope.
Unless Magnum is HCAN. If you're watching, hit me up. Got like 2 more days, bud.
If you're watching this when it's uploaded,
it's probably too late.
Just hope it gets uploaded tomorrow.
Right.
Hopefully nothing breaks, and I don't want to add any extra shenanigans to it. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, is that pretty much your week, Emblem?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so for mine, other than just the usual stuff, I've been doing a lot of Tarkov.
Sorry, Magnum. Sorry to interrupt. One more thing I forgot. I also had my birthday stream yesterday as well.
Hey.
My sister was sending out subs to everybody that said something in chat that didn't have an icon next to their name. I think she ended up giving out like 30 or so subs.
Shit.
I forgot to mention that part. So sorry, keep going.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
But yeah, as far as my week goes, other than the usual Gundam things, I pretty much finished up for the most part. Other than one thing we'll talk about during this, for my new account. And then I played a lot of Tarkov, and I'm getting enveloped into the Tarkov world a little too much.
Oh no!
I find myself being like, yeah, I can do a scav run real quick. Yeah, I got time. I got time to just do one quick run.
Actually, I was getting pretty excited that you were talking about it during customs and stuff the other day. Like, ooh, talking about Tarkov?
Yeah, I'm just like
we should play customs. Like, ooh, customs, Tarkov.
Tarkov, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I've got loaded up right now, right? We're going into customs, right? But yeah, like I'm getting into that pretty well. So right now I've got the 2 mini games problem. I'm like, yeah, I still want to do Phantasy Star and Mech Warrior, and it's oops. But other than that IRL stuff, though, I've been fighting my jungle outside, which that's my garden.
No.
Like it is kind of gross how many weeds have taken over certain spots. So I've just kind of like let it go after a while now. So I'm like I'm protecting my green peppers. I just take a hoe out there every now and then, or a machete, whatever I can grab, or a scythe, and go out there and just chop it down, whatever gets in my way. But I got to get to my green peppers. I got to get to my tomatoes, and that's all that's left of my garden, pretty much. Sadly, I think it was where it got too hot and got drowned out with all the rain. My cucumbers died, and so did my zucchini, looks like. So rip. But
reap.
But okay, cool. There's the invite. So on that note, talk about this new suit thing.
Yeah,
the invite is like the applause and the award ceremony. Like, move on.
That's your cue.
Riga Z Kai or custom. Can I fit custom on this? If I can fit custom on this, I'm gonna do custom. Not, and I'm just gonna. Yeah, I can shrink. But yeah. So what do we think of this suit? The AK Gazi.
Wood furniture. It's pretty interesting. I will say, speaking of the AK fucking sucks. Don't like it.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of bad about it. It's
everything else about the suit's kind of nutty. It also is one of those things where I'm not sure how this is gonna fare in a consistently 650 setting when everything's really fast and can just kind of plow at you. Especially when you have a lot of things to consider in its transformation mode. It's very Gazadish in that respect. There's a lot of shit you can just kind of throw at people. And the fact that one of them is it's a 3-2 missile launcher, I'm assuming it stuns, but also travel time on missiles not super great. So you're probably better off with the beam gun and the beam launcher, and then the mega beam cannon if you're feeling cheeky. Although, from what people have been saying so far, the output on this, despite being 2800 baseline, the focus required even if it is only 2 seconds, it doesn't seem like it does a whole lot compared to other things.
I saw the base damage was 2,800, which seems pretty good, but I'm like, is that, since you have to focus it, I'm guessing that doesn't stack anything? Does it heavy stagger? Does it pierce or anything? Like,
Powerful but requires focus to removal fire. It doesn't really mention anything in terms of properties.
because if it did something else, then I could see it being pretty solid. But yeah, okay. So I'm seeing from chat just normal stun.
Yeah, Asian says it pierces. Go figure. We got the Rigazee stand in the chat today.
I will say though, the amount of things that it has to shoot, I feel like it's like a Gaza D with a without the ability to focus beam rifle of like the Jaeger. It feels like the Jaeger beam rifle. Actually, I do want to check the time in between shots because I felt like it fired faster than a Jaeger, but it could be crazy. I haven't played that suit in a little while. Yeah, okay, so it's 0.8 cooldown. Yeah, so it actually fires faster than a Jaeger beam rifle, but it's pretty much if you're trying to shoot at something and stun with that is what it seems like. And then it has ammo, which is just weird that it only has 18 shots. I don't know. I feel like that's a little odd.
Yeah. Especially since they can't charge it. You would think if they're going to keep it low capacity anyway, they'd give you a shot with that. Kind of like the brain. Yagdoga.
Hey, we're going to go ahead and just go through the stats real quick and then play a couple of rounds. As far as like the weapons and the percentage, like stun and things like that.
I can. Gustav, do you want to start out with the main stats since you have the suit? Or do you want me to just read it off the website?
This is from 600 baseline. So mobile suit HP is 18,500. Ballistic resistance is 26. Beam resistance is 26. Melee resistance is 14. Range strength is 35. Melee strength is 25. Movement speed is 135. Top speed, high speed movement is 215. Thruster gauge is 75. And turning speed is 72.
And going on the higher level version, I'll just add that on real quick. The 650 is 20,000. Ammo resist, ballistic resist is 28. Beam resist is 29. Melee resist is 15. The range modifier is 39. Melee is 28. And the other stats, as you mentioned, are the same.
Right. And then part slots for the level 1 is 9 close, 20 medium, and 15 long.
And it goes up to 10, 22, and 16 at level 2.
Beam assault rifle baseline power is 600 with 18 shots. Range is 350. Only bumps up by 30, and then like only 5 extra range. Kind of so. 2,500 for the saber, which is pretty on the nose. I'm actually a little surprised at the Vulcans though. Are the it's Mark II, but it's not necessarily tied to, or I think they're the same as the ones. Are they the same as the ones on the new?
Hold on a second, I can tell you
real
quick.
That's kind of what they seem like, is the ones on the new.
Because they do have a decent stun threshold on them.
Yeah, it's 6%.
Yeah, they're the Mark IIs. It's the same.
Yeah, it's repair type and that. Yeah.
Arm launcher kind of like just bars out 2 in a burst. Waist mounted beam is a little strange in that it's an instant stun, and as such, it actually only fires 1 burst. And then the 3-2 missile launcher, something that I found out about it in the middle of a match was, although you can fire it while moving, you can't fire it while boosting.
What's the actual percentage stun for the actual beam rifle, by the way?
20%.
Okay, so it is 5. Oh, what about when it transforms the actual like pew lasers and then the missiles? Can it stun with both of those, or can it only stun with the missiles?
So the missile launcher, according to this, is 15%. That's 2 times missile launcher when transform. It doesn't look like it has an instant stagger.
I would
It's
assume
hard to tell
cumulative.
which one's which. I don't. Yeah. Well, fires 2 shots.
If it's 15 for
And
the
the time
missiles,
is
though,
6
then
bullets.
that's only 6. That's 90%.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm not sure which. Oh, okay. This tells me. The beam gun times 2 is 15% on each shot,
But it
and
stuns, right?
overheats quick.
Oh, wait, no, that's the sorry, yeah.
Doesn't look like it.
The other one's the instant stun one, though, right?
Yeah, you're thinking about the beam launcher, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Sorry.
Yeah, this one staggers, and it has 15% times 2 as well. 15% seems to be the common stagger value on the weapons here. The Mega Beam Cannon has a 70% stagger value. It's actually not bad for a beam.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It does penetrate. 2 seconds to focus. I think we already said that, though. Triple missile launcher is the same when you're not transformed. I do want to say, though, they do denote on here that the triple missile launcher in normal form and the transformation form are 2 different weapons, so they should have a separate ammo count.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy that it has a full kit depending on which mode you're in. Like, that is one of the crazy things. Like, we've kind of talked about it before, but this one actually literally just straight up, you do one thing while not transformed, and then you do another. I mean, it feels really Gaza D.
I was going to say, it literally just seems like they strapped the Gaza D to the back of this thing.
Pretty much. It's like the
I was going to say, the
Gaza
missile
D
thing is the same.
The Gaza D 450, 500, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's just straight up a better Gaza D, essentially.
I'm still kind of spotty on the AK, but it's not my cup of tea in general. But everything else looks like it's pretty fun. You just kind of supplement your team members and push out damage constantly because you have a billion options. So that doesn't seem bad. It feels like it's kind of like a blue support that can get in there and crash with the boys if it needs to, and when it gets super low HP and angry, it just fucking switches to Unga Bunga Boy that also still has a ton of weapons as well.
Yeah, other than the simple biosensor, really just the skills are what you'd expect. It does have the fall prevention thing too, which is nice. So they would put that on, maybe a support.
So while we're talking about supports that are kind of like this, how come the Super Gundam can't fold into its backpack and fly around too? I don't get it.
Right?
This dude literally just like crunches up into his backpack and flies around. What's so hard? Is the G defensor like so crappy? I bet Cats is in there. That's got to be the problem.
Yeah,
right?
that's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Was that something that it actually? I forget if that's something it actually did in the show either, though. That'd be hilarious.
I could have swore it turned into the flight mode in the show. And that's a good question.
Agent support.
I
just got the Super Gundam in GC, and it can turn into the flight mode in the video game. But that's a good point.
But yeah, and where's the Vulcans on the Super as well? Or the Mark III?
Mark III still needs
the hack couldn't fit.
Effect. Oh my god.
The Vulcan pod was too big or too small for its big head.
I will say though, the buff to the Mark III recently, where it's just cannons pierce as well, that's actually pretty gross. You don't stun your teammates, do gross damage at the same time. Let's go.
It's definitely on theme too. It's weird that they didn't just start it like that.
But yeah, I guess that's pretty much most of the percentages and stuff. Yeah, I guess that covers everything. Yeah, let's go ahead and
throw down.
Go ham a couple of times. What are you bringing, Emblem?
I'm gonna bring a Riga Z.
Okay. Oh no.
Then this time I'll bring it. This time I'll bring a support. then I'll play a support this time, and then we'll all just go generals next round and kind of compare it to general style.
Guys are a
I will
bunch of
show you which
bullies.
is the better Riga Z.
Yeah, they just like cram all my ammo into them at
Also,
range
maybe-
and just hope it's enough.
I don't need a backpack to take you to Pound Town, boy. Come here.
Oh no! He's sparking and shit. Get up, buddy.
By the way, though, again, why did we not get a support this week? Why did we not get a support?
That'd
What's the
have been
support?
Oh!
Oh shit! You're in front of me.
Hello. Hello there.
There's a Magnum over there.
Yeah, don't worry. I see a raid.
I feel
I'll think of this.
Ow, you hit me!
Uh-oh, no,
That
he
was
was
the
already out
point.
with the melee. No, the priority. Oh, he's you.
Oh, my miss doesn't come out. Oh shit!
Still don't like that I can't fucking boost with
Oh,
this.
he has a full charge. I'm gonna be over here.
Well,
me get my boost
Gustav,
He just hit you.
Gustav just dodge rolled
into the pool.
into the pool. Oh no! Whoops. Oh, whoops! I didn't. You know what? I could probably
Whee!
somehow fit all three of them up if I resized
He's a plane.
everything. Ah.
Oh hey, Magnum.
Oh,
No.
get away from me.
No! I forget
now
that you
they're in the
have
pool.
missiles on that thing.
Oh, there's my Vulcans.
I like never see anybody actually use the missiles on the Rigazee.
I'm talking about the waste ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
Gustav
waste
threw off
ones.
my shot. That's a free stun, man. They're crazy if they're not using it. Gustav, please. He's right there. Not like this.
Yeah, I just get hit. I just get hit with the heavy attack most of the time.
Thirsting, this man. Look at him.
The support's
No!
right there. Yes. That's
That's
all I needed. Heckin' generals.
They're doing the same thing as last year, giving us a free lower cost support and thinking that's a contribution. Oof, that's real.
All right, man. A flap there, and never mind. He came off.
I mean, I'm sure we're gonna talk about it plenty once we get further in, but yeah, it's a little weird. And I was joking about it last week about us getting another general, and I was
Damn it, Magnum.
No,
What the fuck is this? I wanted this on to play community matches with my stream.
Oh no. I'm sorry. Yeah, bully him.
hey.
Ugh.
I don't know how much better or worse it would have been if you were with us yesterday.
Yeah.
Darn it, there's that heavy attack nonsense.
Oh, wrong weapon. No wonder. Too low.
Too low.
Oh, I hit your shield.
Someone else did that yesterday too. Something about it just being on the hips fucks with people, I guess.
Uh-oh.
Which is kind of weird because you think we'd be used.
I'm out.
You think we'd be used to it from having to do it with the C1 or the steak sauce.
Fuck, you can fly. Get down here.
Uh,
No.
No, you were almost there, Gustav. Touchpad off.
Nope. Where the hell?
okay, there we go. I just had some slight technical difficulty.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Yeah, I'm over here.
Okay.
I'm about to shoot you. I missed.
How did you what? Ow.
My aim is not. Yeah, I
There
missed
he is.
emblem too.
Transformed. He's transformed.
Oh no. We'll do it.
No.
Told you not to. I warned you. I warned you about this.
Ah.
Oh, what the-
Oh,
your
Gustav,
legs.
I didn't see your legs there, bud.
No, take it.
That's the worst.
Oh, I cannot aim today.
Ah, yeah.
I kind of don't like how this thing has to kind of keep still to do its shit. I think that's the
much
biggest gripe
commit
that I have
stance.
with it. Too much It's not even, yeah. I mean, like the hits make you commit, but even more so, it's making you commit to not like high speed movement. It just irks me really bad.
Oh, just looking
I
at
think
your
many a
stream,
man
though,
has said it's got those hips that make you commit, Gustav.
Oh, gross.
it is kind of funny how how it flies with its legs sticking way out in the back. It's long in the same way that the C1 is, except for its legs instead
It
of
actually
guns.
looks. It's another one of those transformers that actually looks like a fucking plane. It's very. I'm very surprised I haven't seen any Wing Gundam like color schemes or attempts at it.
I'm sorry, what the fuck was that?
Someone put it in Justice colors,
I didn't even
though.
take damage from your downswing, Magnum. It just knocked me down. Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck
yeah,
was that?
I don't know, man. Just that's how downswings work these days. I've been finding that out, and someone's like, "That's how downswings always work," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?
What was
Downswing
that?
priority is not that bullshit."
That was literally like a difference in animation completion.
Oh shit, he's alive.
Hey,
But I'm like, what? Like,
the
Oh, that
I'm not
has
sure.
the tiniest radius ever.
but yeah, I used to clash all the time with the GOG with stuff, and like now I've been getting knocked
Aw.
over by downswings, and they're just like, yeah, that's obviously how it works. And I'm like, what?
I don't recall it ever working that way. Maybe
Nani.
they patched it in like flinching.
I'm like,
like, oh, we fixed it, guys. This is how the game's supposed to be.
yeah,
Oh, you
downswing
mean like
priority,
trash?
downswing priority
Like
3 beats
garbage.
this priority 3, and I'm like,
Oh shit, I missed. Oh, I made it.
Don't worry, because
yeah, you made it. Oh wait, what?
Oh, come on. Gustav has like 30-year iframes with his backdash, and I get knocked over. Come on, bro.
That's literally just me having like
I
goofy
missed.
Fetty swings.
Oh, hey, I
reach
have a
over.
biosensor.
Oh god. Oh no.
No, I'm
he's
down
coming.
here. Oh, hey, Magnum.
Oh, what the? No, I was supposed to bump you. Your melee priority beats flying. No.
Oh, right through the fucking legs. Oh shit, you got it too.
Oh,
Magnum, hit
Oh,
him. Oh, hit him, not me.
Here he comes.
oh, no, I shot the barrel. I hate this long nonsense barrel. Gustav. Ow. No.
Hey,
My
Magnum.
anus. Oh.
I know he was a raid, but that really didn't take a lot. Jesus Christ.
Help.
Oh shit, you're up there. What are you doing up there?
what are you doing over
Woo!
Oh god.
Oh god, there's no gear cave, and oh shit, there's a
No
Magnum
gear
that way.
cave
Turn around. Get out of here.
Bitch, run.
there?
Riga Z Customs overrated. Everybody get your raid on. Underrated. Rated.
Boo.
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 Hey!
Boo this man.
That's a nice
Alright,
hangar. I could put some downtime in here.
I got
Oh, boo.
that meme in there too.
It's all bad.
No! Come on, that already hit you. I did like 6,000 damage to you. How could you shoot me in the face?
I know, right? Well, I got 1 kill, I think.
Oh my god, these fail to communicate with server things.
I know,
Like,
right?
all right. Don't care.
We're always like, I know, right? But yeah, I tried to pull up all 3 streams at the same time. That was not a good idea.
Yes, that was a poor choice.
No.
So maybe next time.
Yeah, I mean, I think in a one-on-one setting, if it can actually get its initial stun in, it can do some bullshit. Once it has to transform, things get a little dicey, even with what's the skill? Even with the dampeners. Just depending on what you actually try to like lead in with.
So what genre are you gonna bring in, Emblem?
I was gonna do either Mark III or Zeta Gundam.
Okay.
Grandpa Rigazy. Dad Rigazy?
This really feels like it should have been like a post-anniversary suit.
I'm just gonna straight up Dryson this. I was like, I could do something like Rigogu or whatever, but I'm just gonna Dryson this. Let's go.
Oh Lord, bully mode.
Just a wee bit. Oh, I forget that it can use the Babu beam rifle. I always forget that.
Hey, someone's doing that in customs yesterday.
But overall though, I have to say, from kind of just watching on the sidelines as you guys fought, like it definitely has a lot of build up for a raid, so you can start bullying one. Since you have those two, and they seem to have pretty good ready up time. Watching you swap to them, yeah, pretty solid ready up time essentially for the other two insta stuns, and oh.
Watching Emblem get murdered underwater by Gustav while he's getting shot in the back was amazing. Oh gosh.
All I want right now in terms of immediate change is maybe rifle to be able to charge with the ammo that it has, and to be able to boost while firing the back missiles.
Get him, Dryson!
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm like over here sneezing. I'm over here sneezing. Stand up, suit.
Dryson,
okay.
bully!
Bullying is the new bully. Bully him.
Ah, crap. You weren't supposed to attack. Wait, Gustav, I'm on the ground. Oh, yeah. Good job, Magnum. With his final breath, he stunned Gustav. Ooh, that stuns, huh?
I love those tri-blades. Like,
premature. Oh boy. Ah.
It takes like years to ready up.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell are you doing? I was gonna do it again.
Well, I was trying to reset.
Specifically designed to keep you from doing that. Like, yeah.
I know, man. Raids have no problem with that. Oh shit.
Oh geez.
Yeah, get him, Magnum. He has no tackle. Hey, there you go.
As they're so made to mate.
Oh, I got him.
Dang it.
Oh, I can't believe that.
Oh, the whiff.
Oh man.
That's the power of the side swipe. What did you do?
I was hoping he would come in with the. Oh. No.
He did not. That was not a thing.
I was hoping for a clash, but it was not.
Oh, good.
Dang it.
Oh, God.
Well, he's out of booze.
No. Yes.
What?
Ow, no.
Thought I missed. Oh, God. I thought I fired all the rockets. McClip. Live, Magnum. 15 seconds.
Nope.
Hey. Wing Gundam away.
Hey,
I paid rent. I paid rent for that room. What are you doing in there?
Hey, he's at the gear cave. Get him.
I like how gear cave is like an immediate offense. Like, hell no.
What are you doing in there? Oh shit! You weren't
Get a yellow.
Gotta
throw out a yellow card in there. Hello. Goodbye.
Hey, I can't fly. Get down here.
Magnum can't fly.
You can't fly? You're right, you can't.
Oh, man.
Oh, Lord.
No!
Yes!
Come on, bro! You're supposed to get knocked down, too. That's how this works.
Come on, bro, Han Solo.
Oh, this is awkward.
Excuse me, Magnum. I'm trying to go first place.
No, hey!
Damn it.
How did I miss that? How did that miss again?
That is one rough thing about this suit. If you don't have an extra burst in that rifle ready, then you do have to just
go.
You gotta
go.
Oh, you got a boost?
Excuse
How
me.
did that miss? What is this? I hate bazookas.
What are you guys doing?
Oh, wow.
I hate bazookas.
Oh, okay, that one hit.
Finally. No.
The power of the casual sidestep is not strong. Oh, the tri-blades.
What?
Oh, I didn't get stunned. Okay.
How did what?
Oh, they're all gonna bite.
Not like this.
Oh no, the soup
Oh,
fly.
you need some anti-blast, son.
Stay alive. Oh, it doesn't have anti-blast?
No, it does not.
Thank goodness, dude.
Oh, man,
No,
super shield.
fuck that.
I gotta go, Gustav. It's cool, man. Ooh, what a nice apartment. How long has this been here?
He just flies up. Hey, get back here, guys.
The tackle.
You guys
Why you
wanna
gotta tack?
you
Why
guys
you
wanna
gotta
get over
do
here, right?
things and stuff? Why don't you let me kill
Let me turn this
you?
corner,
Come
okay.
back, you bitch.
Nope. Oh, God.
Run the
Oh,
wrong
no.
way.
No.
Are you a plane? Oh, man. He was a
You.
plane. Fuck.
What's up?
Oh.
Bye.
No. Hello. Ah,
Yes.
shit.
Oh, where'd my score go? What the heck?
Why are you so chunky? This is a bad match for me. Ugh.
I'm
Why are you so fat? You got too much health.
big. I'm tanky.
Gotta push you on a Nerf diet.
There we go. I
Oh,
finally
fuck.
just fired one and then fired both. Yes, I'm finally getting good at that. No, how the
Gonna be
what?
honest, you're
How
gonna
do we
keep
not
going forward, and
clash?
you did not.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll take it. Double knockdown. Woo.
What is this downswing being able to? What is this?
Oh, man. Oh, hey, I
Good
made it.
old Zeta Gundam reminding people that it can do Gabaldi things, but with a bigger sword.
Sword was not big enough. We needed it larger. Ow.
I should just get
Right.
priority 3 when it gets into biosensor. That'd be amazing.
Oh, it did hit me. I was like, I can't believe it. It
What?
stunned me.
Oh yeah,
I
you're.
guess there's a reason
Oh
for it.
no, my tackle!
Hey!
No.
I
No.
gotta go.
Man.
I'm
I was
coming out.
hoping to
Sorry.
get last tap there.
Gear Cave is breaking the Geneva Convention before the 10-minute mark. My bad. The Antarctic Treaty, whatever.
Oh no.
War crimes.
Dude, being able to resist those stuns while falling? Oof. Oh, God. 5 hits. No. Oh, no. Ah. Yeah, Magnum. Oh, shit, a shield. I gotta go. Okay.
Finally, yes. Ugh.
I just needed some kind of forward movement. Get me out of there.
Ah.
I don't know. Gustav, can you fire the missiles while you're falling?
Falling? No.
That's a big no, Lunaire.
Fucking sucks.
What?
I can
Oh,
try-
you're
I
get
can
out of
try it
jail
again.
free nonsense.
Get away from me. Get away from me. I'm trying to do things. No,
Oh,
fuck off.
what are you trying to do?
Trying to, like, hold on.
Okay.
And then...
Ace Com. Oh, I should have hit your shield. Ace Combat. Daka, Daka, Daka.
Okay, yeah, you can. You can. You
No,
can
I
fire
ran out of
while-
boost before
while
I could
falling.
ramming attack you. Wait, what?
Just not while boosting. So falling still counts as regular movement. So you can fire the missiles
There's a
off
Magnum
while
behind me.
falling.
Ugh. No.
Go missiles. Okay.
Dang it. Come here. No. Ah.
Oh,
My leg.
oh.
How did I hit you with none of those missiles? I mean, I know the answer, but like,
Wait, so
Video
what were you
game,
trying
why?
to do though? What were you trying to? Oh yeah, you were trying to fire them while falling. Gotcha.
God, you know you
It
can't
is
communicate
indeed
to server right now?
possible.
Failed to communicate.
Did
Oh,
we mention that
hold
we
on,
failed?
To
communicate.
reevaluation on that call, Lunar. You can't shoot them while falling.
So yeah, I have to say, I think it's definitely up there as a solid suit. Like, I don't know what else is its competition really. The Zeta,
Yeah, the Zeta.
maybe a Dryson.
I think the
I
Zeta.
feel
feels,
like the Zeta does it better though.
Yeah, that's a different slot. Like Linear beat me to it, but Z2, Mark III, Just need a more like shooty style blues to me. Zeku Irons. Isn't his cost?
Dovin.
Isn't
The
600
Z2
now, right?
can still do Zeta stuff though,
Yeah.
which seems pretty nice.
I guess if you're running the long beam saber, do people actually run that?
I think it's kind of gotten like the double shrapnel is kind of the go-to now.
Ricardo Diaz?
The Gap, yeah, Gap plays a good choice on this
Gap
one.
plays another
Yeah,
one.
plays a good one. Yeah. Overall, though, I think this one can kind of brawl more. Though that's kind of why I put it up with the like I would say this is kind of like the
brawling too
Rygogu.
much seems like brawling seems like it's wasting too much of the other weapons, unless you're really just trying to walk on people with like consecutive stuns.
The melee feels supplementary. Like it seems like you want to do everything else, and it's kind of like, oh, hey, he's in melee range. I guess I'll knock him down.
Knock him down. Yeah.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like you can get in there and brawl if you really need to, though. Unlike some of those more other shooty suits.
I mean, the Gap has literally 2 melee weapons. So that's another one of those situations where like you still have a bunch of range options. It's like, but I should be doing it for Bunga. No, you should be doing it to shoot people and then Bunga sometimes when you need him on the floor to stand still for someone else.
But I will say, going up against like a Dryson though that has some tank to it, I was like, "Well, come here, let me stand up and get to you." But you
like, I can stun you all.
Shot damage to everybody.
I can stun you all day, but I can't like kill you. Sucks.
Death of 1,000 cuts.
Pretty much.
In a team situation, it's very versatile. It's another one of those Alex situations where like it can keep doing stuff. It's never not going to be doing something. But you don't want this to be the ace unless you have a very aggro team.
I think this actually be a pretty good ace. This guy should always have a good range option to snipe kills. Doesn't seem
unless
that bad to me.
Unless you're running into the group's Dryzens or supports. I feel like it's gonna kind of fall short in output in a lot of situations where you need the kill faster.
I think in a clan match sense it would be fine, but like maybe in random.
Oh yeah, that'd be hard.
Pubs would be kind of rough for this thing.
Maybe a little bit harder.
That being said, this is clan matches is definitely going to be a strong test bed for this suit. I'm sure some people are going to try to pull it off. We're probably practicing right now for it.
I will say
because Rigazee is a strong contender for the raid position. Custom could be a good like all rounder since this is going to be a 6-team situation. So they're going to have like extra slots to kind of throw in whatever depending on what they want to bust out. 600 is actually pretty well rounded out. It'll be interesting to see what people try to present. Of course, Dryzens are going to take up the brunt of the front line. Probably Dryzens and really sweaty Dovins.
Also,
so if you're talking about consecutive stuns, they won't be able to kill a Dovin super fast depending on how much health or defense they put on it. But they should be able to keep it like on the verge of a stun or just straight up stunned for a good amount of time.
Another question though too, in the picture I noticed that I was just like maybe they just look a little big. I'm seeing in chat that the beam sabers were supposed to be the double Zeta beam sabers.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I mean, was it just?
We're not going to use those.
I mean, it's what they call it. It's the hyper beam saber. That's what the HBS is for. So it's just its own special version of it.
That's kind of funny.
But yeah, it's stupid that instead of the cannons, they give it the waist mounted. Like, where did that come from?
I think they just wanted to be like, okay, let's do the cannons on the waist, so we don't have to do the beam sabers, and then nobody can complain about the double Zeta.
About the double Zeta not having it?
Someone just hates the double Zeta right now.
You can still complain about it because the fucking Gazes have them.
Right? But like, it's just weird that the like I don't know. It's just weird that the double Zeta is just like getting shafted so many times. Somebody hates the double Zeta at BB.
Someone is not a fan of the double Zeta.
There's
which
a reason
is funny
why they
because
like preluded for trash can.
They had to do an entire anniversary stream about it when it was its time.
Yeah, I'm just like, so which one just didn't really like it and had the final say on the
Yeah, watch it again and look who was like pissed off at the side.
Who had the look of content when they were trying to do the demo for just like, don't worry about it.
Why doesn't it transform? Everybody just like looks at the one guy.
Oh my god!
Just scratches his head. No.
So yeah, other than that, this thing has a ton of weapons already. So I guess that would be a little crazy to just have something else. But
Double Zeta doesn't though.
Right. Oof. But what do we think at 650 though? I think like at that point you've got the Toast Rider, you've got the EXS. Like
it's gotta get funneled to death.
Yeah, I feel like this
also
thing
gonna have
hold
O's
up
running it down. The one thing it should be chasing, which is the Zaku 3 custom, is gonna constantly be in threat of like heavy swinging it or hitting it with like skirt beams and other shit just to get in on it again. This is another one of those things where it's like maybe we shouldn't be so stingy with the priority 3 on certain generals, especially when you're throwing them in congested cost ranges already. Like if you actually wanted it to have the ability to brawl, that would have been something else to throw on it. Especially since it doesn't necessarily have like the range of the neutral of like the Regelgu or the crazy output of the Tristan. Or like even the melee juggling of the Zaku 3.
I feel like its biggest contended slot is going to be like against the Cubile, and it's kind of like the ballistic version of it with no funnels, I guess.
Or EXS. EXS is pretty much the Cubile and the EXS kind of take up the same slot.
I mean, at least the Cubile has a instant stun in its hand.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have the like fully commit stance for, right? It still has to be in neutral movement. But it also has the back funnels that can hit from Brennan's system pretty reliably. I feel like it's been kind of finicky just with some of the movement speed that people have had lately. But it also has follow funnels for that gross amount of like flinch too, and like faster melee overall. Even if its arms are a little stumpy, at least horizontally, it has a lot of coverage.
Hi Mogo Google level 5.
Oh my god. I mean, like, you joke, but this thing doesn't have super crazy defense, I guess. So, like, bazooka into, like, a downswing into, like, Daka, like, it's... Haimo is still going to do a lot of damage, in general, back and forth with this thing.
You just won't ever be able to play,
which is kind of sad, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to play it one time.
Like the fact that a Mark II is gonna be able to run up on you with that priority and just slap your ass over is like, oh. You're definitely gonna have to take advantage of your transformations in a lot of these situations to try and just like hopefully get some headspace and not get blasted down by Shikikais. Or like type 2 Vulcans from stuff.
Speaking of like the Gyogug though, like it was kind of funny. Right after we had Rob on, I got requested to play like the highest cost early production, and I actually got ace and almost won the game. Like I just
did we want to do another match?
Yeah, I was about to ask you actually.
If you guys want to, but I was gonna go ahead and say let's probably hop to the patch notes.
Okay,
sounds good to me too.
Since we did the generals, kind of it, what it has to go against itself, and then what it has against the other types, kind of situation.
So what if scenario? I'm you, but red, and I blow things up.
See that support over there? I just swing forward and it explodes. Or see the other raid that has shields everywhere, the full armor Thunderbolt. Dude, I am afraid of the Riga Z and the full armor Thunderbolt. If I see that, like, heavy attacks are scary as the full armor Thunderbolt, first of all, because anything that hits your shield as a heavy attack also hits your main body, of course. That's what's ridiculous about heavy attacks. But you're just a big target for those, but especially the Riga Z, because it's like it yeets itself. It's like a draw C attack, only it's a heavy attack, and it's just like, yeah, it's gross to fight that thing in space. But So yeah, every time I see one at 550, I'm like, no, run!
So literally just using it for movement, like I'm coming to get you. Oh my god!
But the thing is, if they even touch me, I'm just like 1 health, and I'm like, well, I'm dead.
Time to die. Yeah, man. Every time I hit you the first swing, I was like, "Oh, he'll be okay." And then just like,
I'm not
where'd he go?
okay.
Yeah, heavy attacks were just gross. Like the Zaku 3 Kai hitting somebody with that, even if they're a general, you're just like, okay, you'll be dead now. Like it's kind of gross if you hit with both hits. But yeah. Any other thoughts on the Rigazi Kai custom?
Not bad, not great. Kind of a weird cap off for the anniversary. But definitely curious to see how it's gonna be in clan matches. Definitely would not be surprised to see a lot of people sweating pretty hard in those just because it has so many options.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if they'll see a bunch of them on the same team. Maybe with the more coordinated teams, it'll work out and it'll be fine. But I kind of wondering, like, if you'll see. I can't imagine you have more than 2, if that. But it'll be interesting to kind of see what people bring in.
Yeah, especially with no instance done without a commit stance. That seems a little risque.
You have to commit with the hand grenades as well.
Well, I mean, that's not an instance done. It's still 2 hits that you gotta get, even if they're close together.
Oh, okay. Those actually. Oh, okay. So that is build up. I thought that was instant
Yeah.
the way it looked. Okay.
In some instances, it might as well be, and then in others, when you miss it, it's gonna be like, oh boy, oh no.
Okay,
Big
so that's
set.
really cool that it is, and because they pretty much look like they fire together, so that's kind of nice that they actually. It's a build up.
You get the 2 bursts, and there's 2 shots per like thing because there's 4 in there. So
Okay, that's pretty nice. Okay, let's go ahead and hop into the patch notes then, and we'll come to the clan match stuff here in a second. So, we have the normal suit. Again, the suit was not a support this time. Why?
did we mention?
Sorry, I saw the normal suit. It was yellow, and it just made me remember.
just his eyes go red for a second. I'll trigger like
Yellow. That's my color.
That's the color of what this should have been. A support. KOJ!
Dude. Oh, okay. So yeah, there's the normal suit. Cool. Again, no 700s added. Nothing added extra. Just that. So no.
There's gonna be new Gundam and Sazabian to the end of the days.
I guess. Yep. So then we have the step up banner next. So what do we think of this step up banner?
Sucks. Ain't great.
Yeah.
It's
also kind of weird that they like. It's kind of weird that they pulled back on doing the same kind of banners for this that they did for the other suits. Yeah, I was kind of just expecting another like specific step up for this, since it was still technically an anniversary thing.
Yeah, it was kind of weird that the I will say 2 suits guaranteed for the first step isn't that bad, but step 2 is just trash. It's just a normal, here's a bonus to starting above that 1.5 times the rate. There you go.
Good luck, buddy. You get that bonus back that you didn't get for doing the step up instead of the specific banner, I guess. Yeah. And for all 2 stars and not just the suit itself for the banner. Like, oh boy.
Then I will say the third step you do get 2 unacquired 2 stars, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, that's 90 tokens at that point.
And there's also a lot of things you could potentially get that you weren't looking for because that pool is huge.
And that's my thing. There's so much that I don't want, and there's like maybe 4 to there's like 2 of each type that I kind of am interested in playing. And there's like 2 supports that I want. So it's like, I think both of them are 3-star. So I'm like, yeah, that means I got to spend at least 120 to maybe get one of them, and there's still plenty of 3-stars I don't have.
But they had the new Nasazabi on the banner art. That means you can get it. That means the chances are high, right?
It's such a good chance for it, though. This is my moment.
Oh no.
Oh Lord.
But yeah, for 120 tokens, I don't know. This one was pretty ripped for me. This is like, okay, we've seen this one before. Nah, I'm out. Like, this is a pretty trash banner, but yeah, I don't know. The unacquired stuff. The one time I did it, I had very poor results, and I really haven't done the unacquired stuff since. But the first step, though, I guess 2 guaranteed 2-stars is not too bad, right?
Yeah, that one's pretty nice. So if you want to do a couple, I guess the other thing to definitely keep in mind is that since this isn't like the other banners, specifically, they're not discounted either. So it's full for 30 tokens for each one.
I will say, since it is this lottery as well, you do have a chance of getting something as a dupe from that first step. So they are guaranteed 2-stars, and that's a lot of Hangar XP right now, because that's going on until the 25th, which they did mention. I checked the date, because otherwise yesterday's stream would have began with me like doing Hangar stuff for an hour.
Oh god.
That could have been a little weird. Overall, though, I don't know, step up. Who would you recommend this to if you could?
Same as most of them when we're talking about Annie, probably people that are new. Even though at that point, even then, I was gonna say, especially since it's not discounted, probably nobody.
I would say new players for the first step, and that's it. First step, if you're a new player and you just happen to have a decent amount of tokens right now.
Like maybe just the 2, maybe just the first, but like if you're really going for the Rigazzi, I wouldn't bother.
Oh yeah, if you're wanting the new suit, then just spin on the banner itself.
Like yeah, the normal suit sucks, but you know, the suit's pretty neat.
Then they don't actually show it here for the next thing in the patch notes, but the well, they mentioned the Hangar stuff is still going, so it's going till the 25th. So that'll be nice. But the parts, they handed out parts this time. And
a lot of parts, actually.
Yeah, but I have one big complaint. Pretty sweet. Well, here's the problem. I created a new account. I have every one of these parts on my new account already.
Damn.
Because they give you so much DP and stuff early on, and you can just buy all the parts that they handed out, except for the one that you have to have played 600 plus days for. And so I've already bought all of them. So I just got a bunch of tickets on my new account.
So I guess here would be, what would the actual new player mentality be? Would they prioritize weapons and suits, or would they prioritize parts? And if it's the latter, or the former, then this is still helpful for them, just to cover those bases. And also saving them a lot, especially if they actually spent a lot up front from those bonus drops.
That's my other complaint with it, because these aren't necessarily that expensive parts wise. So I'm like, this is maybe 100,000, maybe 2 tops. Like, I didn't actually do the math, but it's really not that bad to get the parts that they gave out. And I'm like, they could have at least done like the level 4 firing program or something, because it was level 3, correct?
Well, the 4s are in the
yeah. I mean, somebody's starting literally this week for not knowing. If they knew about this and they started on the anniversary, then they could have waited and saved, the like.
Actually, how much does the new account tell you about things that aren't just like actually sorting? Does it actually tell you about the simulator at all?
Not really, no.
That's unfortunate. That's probably something they should fix. I know they don't want to try to go the full like mobile game route where it's literally like an hour of pointing at things and telling you to do shit over and over, but like there's a lot of stuff in this game now You probably should at least have some more prompts than just like shit in the side when you're already queuing up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like, here's the go talk to Neidhart, then go talk to what's her name, do your first spin, get your 3-star
Right.
550 suit, then go to the sortie counter, and then go back to Tenda, and she says, "Good job." That's it. And then you don't
You
even.
did it.
I don't even think you.
Oh, bud.
I don't remember even her saying, "There's practice things here to get you even more tokens and tickets."
Which is stupid, right? Because you're right in
Yeah.
front of her.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Tenda does
There's
say hi, but
tokens
she
in
should be
there.
like, "Yo, dude, get some free stuff."
Yeah.
Oh, I like free
You know
stuff.
what? They should do that whole free banner like they do over Katarina.
Right. Like, here is, go practice. Do the actual tutorial now.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
They also just need to update this tutorial for modes and shit, but that's a different story.
So I mean, like, as somebody who knows what they're doing and getting stuff, like, I've already gotten all the parts that I needed, and I've got, I did get that 500,000 extra DP from the Hangar event yesterday on that account, but even then, I'm still at like 200,000 left over if I just minus that off. So it's not like I'm really missing that much DP over, you know, a big event. But I'm also gonna do another account, I think, play for a week and see where I end up. Because my biggest complaint with that too, I guess, just to kind of, as far as state of the game stuff, we can actually do a topic if you guys want to, maybe next week if there isn't anything too crazy. It's pretty simple, but like, essentially the new player experience was as far as just like what do you end up with is kind of disappointing in the sense that unless I can get down the new boss with the Gan, I don't know if I have any way to buy stuff with DP to actually do the boss mode, unless I got lucky. Which I've got a Cubilate, and I could definitely do the boss mode and the destroy the raids mode, but with the Cubilate for sure. But except taking luck out of it, there's not really a DP store way of getting that quickly. Now, of course, if you start around, say next week, you've probably got several months before they change the PvE stuff. So you should be good if you're actually playing the game to get something 1 week that can down both of those. But it is
What's
kind
the
of awkward.
ranking cost right now?
For what specifically? Like
the top one for solo ranking is like Bolinoak and Gan for the alpha. And that's cost 500
yeah. So
for the
like
ranking stuff.
you
And people are doing like 131 on that shit. Which means there's some wiggle room with those.
Yeah, so right now though the problem that I have is you can't buy the Gan till like Corporal. Now I have already hit Corporal and I'm almost a Major, but like it is kind of ridiculous that you can't buy hardly any 400 suits by the time you're Corporal. Now, for me, that feels a lot worse, and probably for you guys too, because if you recall back in the day, like it took forever to get to Corporal.
Oh,
So, yeah. Nowadays, for me to already be like Corporal 13 and almost be, one more day of play and I'll be Sergeant, which is just feels weird. But by then,
like for most people, it's going to take them longer to do the actual ranking missions than it's actually going to be for them to reach it experience-wise. I've seen a lot of that with newer players.
Yeah.
Where they look at where they look at the actual like mission stuff, and they're like, "Whew, that's going to take a minute."
Yeah, the rival wins definitely can become a problem for newer players for sure. So that's going to be like the biggest hurdle for new players, where I've been able to kind of just be like, I'm just going to play a few games. Boom, there we go. I've won. Time to rank up. So there is that problem. But like, it is kind of ridiculous though. Even with the amount of time that I've put in for somebody more casual and actually new, just imagining they definitely need to do a crunch though with the suit ranks.
Because they're like newer players are definitely gonna feel it. This is something I mention I think every year, but like they're definitely gonna feel it slow down once we're actually done with the anniversary and all this bonus shit goes away.
Oh yeah.
And whether or not they're going to stay with it after that happens is definitely a big thing for retention. Again, especially with them doing that that event or that Gundam Live event pretty soon. If they actually do bother to talk about GBO2 compared to like, Breaker Mobile or this new Breaker thing that they're trying to do with their production line.
Which, I mean, I guess then too, new players coming in won't know probably what they missed really too. So there's that, I guess. But I mean, at the same time, just like the feels definitely go out, because it's like, I will say though, having parts and being able to just buy all the parts is fantastic, because whatever I get out of the lottery, I can just use. That is probably the most amazing thing about the parts chain, right? Like, with a little bit of luck, you can use whatever you can get now, which was my biggest complaint back in the day, where it's like, oh hey, you just started playing, here's your 600 or here's your 650, but you can't put anything on it, so you're gonna have like 30% less damage, or like, instead of having 20 melee defense, 20 beam resist, well, you're down both of those instead, so there's your tank and there's your damage, so good luck.
Yeah, congratulations.
Well, is that a problem if you're among your peers?
I mean,
because it'll get to a point where you need those parts, but I mean, if you're new, the matchmaking could just be bad, and once you win a few games, you're just up against the low ranked sweat lords too. But like, I'm not sure how that works. Like in my mind, you're playing with other new players, and they either spent money on parts or they bought new weapons or just getting more mobile suits.
They just spun more or whatever, yeah.
Or you win like 2 games and you're up against sweat mode. Like, I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, once you get up, and like, if somebody's really getting into a game though, I guess this is more of a casual versus kind of like a hardcore player kind of discussion though in this case. But it's like, I guess more for the hardcore, they're going to study the game, they're going to figure it out, they're going to rank up fast, and when that
they'll
happens,
probably immediately learn about AB rooms anyway. It'll be fine. They'll get their crates.
Yeah, but they'll also hit the wall if they want to rank up fast though. They'll also hit the wall of not having parts. So it's one of those kind of feels bad moments when it's like, well, I just don't have parts right now, rip. So luckily that's kind of gone. I will say though, that's why I'm like, okay, cool. Like that's kind of gone these days. But yeah, like anybody going for the hardcore route will definitely be looking at the parts and buying those. Is what I would say for that. And so at that point, yes, it does make a difference for those kind of players. But for the more casual, I mean, at that point, it's kind of like where I'm laughing half the time because people are dodging or saying, "Who's going to sortie in a general when we have like 3 supports?" And somebody's saying that to the 2 raids because they're okay with the 3 supports but not 2 raids. And I'm like, what? Wait, that guy just ready. Wait, they're all the supports are readied up, but they're complaining about there being 2 raids. Am I understanding this right? Am I crazy right now? Like there's been some funny things that like I'm just like, do they understand meta here at all? If they come up with their own meta,
also like,
yes,
are they also specifically in like low cost? Low cost tends to be like everyone at least starts out in a support, and then eventually they grumble and switch to something else.
Well, that's my other complaint. This has been like 500 and up because there's just hardly ever an actual low-cost room these days, which is just really annoying. And I'm like, well, the suits that they gave me to start with, if I didn't find anything, I wouldn't be playing half the time. That's another big complaint. Or I'd be doing like the Tetra every day if I didn't find any suits out of boxes. I could just be playing the Bear Tetra 9 times out of 10 because you have a 450 and then you have a 550 for free, and that's pretty much it. Which that's another thing that irks. But so yeah, okay. So that kind of tangented a little too much. But any other kind of thoughts on that? If you guys got anything else with that, but I definitely want to bring that up sometime in the next couple of podcasts and kind of talk about state of the game kind of things. maybe with a guess.
Considering how slow people are to actually learn stuff about this game, like I wouldn't worry about it too much. They're probably not even that aware that it makes that much of a difference. Or like they're asking how the hanger works, or like, what level, how do I level up my suit? Because they're used to other gacha games where you can rank up the stuff that you get, So they have all these preconceived notions of like terminology and concepts from other gacha games, and like this is very different from a lot of those things.
Well, I mean, for me coming to this game, I didn't know what a gacha game actually was when I first came in and started playing. Like I had never really heard the term gacha. This was my gateway into gacha games, essentially, because I was just like I didn't really do any kind of phone game or anything that was had any of the terms gacha at all. So yeah, like so I don't know. Like I ran into a couple of people that have either heard of it or have played it or are interested in it, and they're coming from more of a from Gundam side versus, of course, but from anybody else who's been wanting a Gundam game where it's more of a shooter kind of thing. They're coming from third person or first person shooters into this, and
yeah. I mean, shooter bros at this point are just waiting for evolution. Like I've legitimately heard newer players that are from shooter backgrounds like say shit like that. So I don't think they're even really worried about the
finer points of the GBO meta.
The finer points of GBO2 is just a waiting room for them at this point.
Pretty much especially the first person shooter guys. But and then I guess you got the mech game people like MechWarrior Online and stuff. They've come over to this too as well. That kind of deal. But
for them, they probably wish it was more like Crossfire, except less like janky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Nothing else on the tangent. Ticket shop. We got the Zeta Plus A1 level 1 and 2, and the Galgo Marine Commander type level 4. What do you guys think about the Zeta Plus as a ticket shop thing?
Doesn't seem bad to me.
I mean, yeah. Well, I was gonna say Emblem. I mean, would you recommend somebody?
I bought it.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
I mean, would I recommend it? No.
Okay.
That's just his raid instincts kicking in. I haven't gotten it at this cost.
I was gonna say, like, was that on your main account that you haven't had the A1?
I think I had to buy some level of it on both.
Oof. The whole year away. That's always a big oof.
Oh no.
Like where I got the Hama level 1 like a year later. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it either. It's kind of got power creep just a tad bit. I mean, look at the Riga Z, for instance. And then the like Zaku 3 Kai. But
they're good suits. Good enough anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely solid. So if you don't have a raid at this cost, then
it's also an okay introduction into like transformables and stuff.
Yeah, that too. Also, right now though, too, it's less tickets. Otherwise, it's probably gonna be 400 plus, easy. So, do you recall how much it was for that one?
The discount, like,
I've still got the game up. I can go look.
Yeah, I think it's like 200 or something.
Wow, 217. Okay, actually, maybe for that amount, I could recommend this.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap compared to other things. I remember when that used to be a lot too. It's kind of wild to look back on now.
Yeah, 217 and 245. Yeah, for both of them. Okay, I could probably recommend it for that cost. The Galgo Marine Commander though is kind of a meme at that point. If you have the gun, it can be fun, but
guns are fun.
What do you think of the Marine at that cost, Gustav?
I like that suit. It's definitely something that I run on Jenny on occasion at that cost, but I wouldn't suggest it.
Yeah, not for 200 tickets, but it is kind of fun to play. Then let's see. That's it for the ticket shop. Then in the DP store, this is pretty hype. The Super Gundam, yeah. Yeah. Pretty much at that cost, I still think it's the best space support. It is nice though that the GBO4 actually has kind of a different play style, and there's something there for kind of two different play styles at that cost for supports. And then we got the Unit 5 and the Unit 4, just the base versions, level 3 in the DP store as well. I mean, it's DP store, so woot, but if I had to say any of those, the Unit 5 is kind of the only different one from the BST, where the BST kind of isn't just a better suit. It is kind of unfortunate with the Unit 4. You guys think they could do anything for the Unit 4 to kind of differentiate it more from the BST version?
Nothing that wouldn't just. There's one thing that they mentioned in the interview stuff when it came to stuff like adjustments is that there are certain things that they're not willing to kind of like flinch on when it comes to unique quirks or things with the suits, because if they adjust them too much to be too uniform, then they don't have like that uniqueness to them anymore. So like the boosted versus the regular would probably be one of those bigger like contention points. So I don't think they're gonna change too much about it.
Well, I mean, I think that the boosted though is just a straight up better version. Is kind of my problem.
I mean, that's the point. It's kind of a like the sky is blue sort of thing.
Without changing mechanics, do you think they could do more for like defenses then? Since it does have the shield.
I mean, like the bigger thing would just be stuff like that, right? Like just raw stat changes.
Yeah, because like I mean the big gun, the mega beam launcher, like yeah, I don't expect them to change that necessarily, but it's just like it has a shield and the just can deal more damage with the BST's beam rifle. Is kind of the two big like, and it's just better to charge and everything else. So it's like a little odd. Where it's just like the only like big thing is you get a shield and you got to stand way out of the way a little bit longer in order to get your big beam off.
Right.
So it just yeah, it straight up entirely feels worse.
The bigger thing is that the mega particle on the regular still slaps real bad. Like it's gross how much damage that still does. But it's kind of hard to say because I feel like technically, unless you're really a fan of the hyper beam rifle anyway, like the regular single bazooka versus the double bazooka on that, like single's still better just for firing rate and all that.
Oh yeah, I guess there's
that. In that regard, it's still more consistent. But if you're trying to do the hyper beam rifle, then the differences really boil down to like extra maneuverability in certain situations just because of its kit in terms of skills, and then like the beam rifle, maybe the lack of shield if you're someone who likes to like angle themselves, but I don't feel like that'd be too common for most people, especially if they're trying to get in there and like brawl anyway. Yeah, I don't really see, besides like the usual bluffs that we kind of roll our eyes at about when it comes to raw stats and stuff. I don't think they're gonna do too much with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think especially if they keep trying to push level, and even at the level that it goes up to now, like they can definitely afford to give it some more health and general defense.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nice. Let's see. Next on the list is Zeta Plus A1, since it's in the ticket shop, is now 1,000, or sorry, 1,000, that would be crazy. 155,000 DP. So, yeah, if you didn't buy that because you'd have to be like major or Lieutenant Colonel or whatever, then now, there you go. Yeah, you can buy it cheaper now.
Hey.
Then they're keeping the so August 26th on JST time. They're keeping the 30% reduction still, and let's see. Now we got clan stuff. Here we go. So the next clan is 666 Target Shuffle Impact Site this Saturday at 5 a.m. Pacific.
Target Shuffle.
Here, one second. My eyes watering.
Mm-hmm.
Not a fan of that.
Your eyes watering. My mouth is watering. Let me in.
You know, I kind of just accepted that in my brain what you just said, and then I'm kind of like, wait, what did he just say?
As in regards to clan match.
But yeah, what do you guys think about the Target Shuffle thing? I know Gustav mentioned it last week that it's weird that that's still kind of a thing that they throw in.
Yeah,
but
I'll bitch about it every time it comes up, but like, it still shouldn't be competitive mode. That's still really annoying.
Isn't it like predictable though who the target's going to be the next time though?
Only depending on if you actually get the queue in the same as before. Sometimes it'll still change depending on like if someone doesn't load in faster than someone else.
Wait, are you talking about like the first ace?
Yeah, and determining the order in general. I'm pretty sure.
Like I know I mean, like who's going to be ace though after the
because like
first?
I've had that happen, and it's just like, oh, this should be this person, and it's like someone else, or like I get thrown in there or some shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was whoever killed the previous target was going to be essentially the next target.
Is that something from like one of the wikis? Like, where is that coming from?
I thought T just did some trials or whatever, like tested it.
Yeah, like oops. Back. Was it that? Pull up the other page. But yeah, I thought there was a couple of people that actually went through and tested that out as far as the target shuffle thing goes.
I know I didn't, but I have heard what you're talking about, but I think I just thought you had mentioned it to me in the past or something.
Well, the one I originally heard it from was when either someone from one of your clans was in our practice, or we were actually screaming against you, and just one was over on our team. And like then they were saying, okay, so now it's going to be so and so, and I'm like, wait, how do you know this? And then then there was a video that got linked.
If we're consistently queuing up in the same order, then yeah, then it'll just be the same. That's why a lot of times in practice runs, it's pretty repetitive. And if you can actually manage it the same way. I guess this is me coming from a group of people who have like really either fucky internet or just like really weird like load-in times. So for us, it's sometimes it's consistent and other times it's not.
Well, I
think it's a reset.
Yeah, so if I end up doing a practice, I'm gonna try to actually test this out then, figure out which one it is. Because I'm trying to look through my Discord right now because I thought somebody linked in the GBO2 channel, like a video, but I mean this would have been forever ago at this point. So
a billion years, right?
Yeah, I'm like scrolling. I'm like, and who knows? It could be in the video channel too. But yeah, I could have swore somebody linked something showing how the guy next to him killed him and they were the next target on the other team. But yeah, I'll try to get a test of it.
If that's the case, then that's a shitty mechanic. Because unless they literally drop fresh, then like there's an entire fight that happens right before that. That means that guy's pretty fucked up and probably out of position because they're trying to get the ace.
Oh yeah, the first one.
Which means it's even worse.
The second one can get like it's one of those things where you would want to yeet yourself after killing the ace, and then that would. I mean, in a sense, I kind of like it if it was that way because that's why I was like, I was kind of wondering why you didn't care for it But if it is kind of like the random, or as far as the load in thing, then that sucks. But if it was if you kill somebody, then the next one is going to be that guy, then that means identifying who killed the ace is part of the other team's teamwork thing that they need to do. So they could be like, oh, well, the DJ killed me. Do not kill the DJ. Leave him on low health. So then he's low when he's the next ace. So then you can get a.
It's just also weird because it feels like it goes against like the general concept of like ace matches are just like going after targets. It's like punishing the team that's taking the initiative.
I guess that kind of makes sense.
So it's a bunch of dudes doing the fucking pee-pee dance around each other and just hoping that they're not it. Like,
yeah, kinda, yeah. But
so it's sandbagging the match while just hoping that your ranged guys are actually on point.
Oh,
that just sounds stupid.
Okay, that actually does kind of sound dumb when you put it like that. I feel like this is commit stance all over again. I'm like, no, it's pretty cool, right? And then it's like Gustav is like, nah. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I like this game, but this game is fucking stupid when it comes to like trying to be a competitive game. It is actually just trash.
There is some definitely weird, dumb things that happen. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about target shuffle now. Now I've got like an existential target shuffle crisis going on. But anyway, I will say let's go ahead and talk about next week because it's going to be a little weird. On Friday at 5 a.m. Pacific, 6:50 5v5 Ace Match Tropical Desert. So that'll be the 27th. So there's that. So I figured go ahead and mention that now, since that'll be pretty much next week when we do the podcast. It'll be like, yo, tomorrow morning, wake up early.
Get it.
So prep for that one.
Be up.
Then let's see. Go ahead and at this point too, the first round of top 100 to get the GM2 semi-striker.
Yep. Of course, the first top 100 is not only the most bonkers mode, but it's also the top cap. So rip if you're a smaller group. Yep. Or you don't have people that are able to consistently get in there, and it's going to be another fucking morning one. Unlike the last one, which was an evening match, at least.
Yeah.
Even if it was the smelly, low-cost space thing that no one wants to do.
Yeah, let's go ahead and
like to sweat.
Let's go ahead and talk about that. What do you guys... So how was the Draw C matches?
I didn't mind it, but boy oh boy did most of my other teams bitch up a storm about it.
Like I'm a Draw C player. I'm a Draw C fanboy, so I'm
used to it. Like that's just if I'm in low cost, I'm doing Draw C shit. Like when the banner dropped for the original, I was pretty hyped for it and pissed that I didn't get it like early on. The custom felt like just like round 2, but like in a fun way. And I actually really do like the draw. Like I'm playing the Draw C heavy right now. Like, I'm fine with this setup in space. So to me, it just made sense. What the fuck everyone else is thinking this is going to be, I have no clue. But it wasn't any of that. So a lot of outside players got punished because they were getting docketed at while not being able to hit their shots very well because everyone's moving in and out because it's one of the few suits that has that much maneuverability and boost to do it in space.
Yeah, support life at that one is kind of rough too because
support life was definitely feast or famine depending on how strong your front line is because the assault was pretty much shredding anything it got its fucking ranged on.
Even
but outside
C,
of that,
damage.
Yeah, Draw C is pretty much just a death coffin when it comes to its defense and health. So, which is hilarious because somehow the regular Draw C has more health than the custom does. I'm pretty sure. And I don't think that's just because of the level bump either. It's just overall somehow meteor despite being a raid.
But the crazy thing though for the assault is 2 downswings and it's dead. I also saw some Gigans in there and I was just like, "Whoa, you gonna learn today? Draw C. What's up?"
Yeah, the Gigan picks are a little weird. Trying to think of what the other ones like. I mean, the typical stuff, right? Gym Command Space. Every once in a while, you'd see like a Night Seeker 2 or some weird shit if they're feeling particularly frisky. I think we only had 1 or 2 Gigans, and normally they would be accompanied by something else. I don't know. Some of it, like most of the teams that we had problems with, were just highlighting the fact that A, a lot of our guys don't do space. B, a lot of them really need to get better at bunga, because it was literally just like 3 draw C customs and a regular draw C coming in and just diving on people, and it's just we had no response.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've just seen like there's one guy I'll be playing every now and then, and I'll notice the name sometimes because they just kind of repeat. There's a few different ones that just play one suit and they'll make new accounts just to play that new suit and rank up another account, either in space or in ground or whatever. But like there's one guy that just plays nothing but draw C, and like he'll just be in a draw C custom. And you just see him going through downswinging and boosting just to get away from people. But he'll come through and he'll be like, "I got someone, see you." And then he's out, and then he'll do a big loop around whatever the map is. And then he'll come back and then boom, hit somebody else, and then either kill them or just do some damage and then get out. Because you can just boost and then downswing, boost and then downswing, and just keep comboing that. And that the downswing is actually faster to run away from somebody than to actually boost away.
Yeah, like it's one of those few thrusts. I feel like they did it with the draw C and maybe like 1 or 2 on ground. But I feel like they learned from the draw C not to make shit move too fast with just their thrusting downswings. Like Stammen was their second like slap on the wrist with that, and now everything else has lost its momentum when it has a advancing downswing. Like the Zeta doesn't move that far when it does it. The whole thing is that it's literally using an entire rifle spear that just has stupid reach while doing it. Right, and then the Gavaldi Beta is crazy just because it has that initial like jam that can still hit kind of like the GBO1, but it doesn't travel that far, and it's got stumpy arms. So like if you're not hitting that initial part, you're probably just gonna whiff on somebody.
Yeah, if I'm afraid I'm gonna get hit and I'm playing like the G line assault, I'm like pew 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 with the shotgun, and then I'm like,
Pew, pew.
I'll smack you, but see ya, and I'll just downswing a mile away and then start
Like, see you later, fucker.
So like, you might not be dead, but you're definitely in pain. See ya.
Goes to see you later.
And then,
see you later. Sorry, we'll keep it on theme.
And then what was the other one? The Tetra though. Have you been noticing the Tetras being able to do that a little bit, just because they finally buffed its like ability to boost out of it now?
Cancel out.
Yeah.
So it actually seems a bit better to actually kind of do that with. I wonder
Tetras
if that's what
like
happened.
in a really interesting spot. Like they actually have a very good rifle. I'm seeing a lot of them be a lot more confident with their downswings and stuff. And it's almost a little surprising to see them get good results with their Arm Vulcan, despite it being kind of slow but having decent like build up. So it's a little weird because in the beginning, especially if you know you have like some high output like generals on your team, it's like, oh god, they brought out a Tetra. And a couple seconds later, it's like, oh, it knocked somebody down. Oh lord, it stunned somebody. What is? Kill it, please.
Kill it.
But yeah, as far as the space stuff, any other space clan rank shenanigans?
Nah, just kind of glad we don't have to do it for a little bit.
Hopefully that's out of their system.
The mode that we're in there right now, but it's also not space.
Dude, if we have a situation where there's 2 late night space again
in a row, people are gonna fucking riot.
I'm gonna be mad. Like last time I was like, it's kind of okay, guys, right? Now this time I'm like, no, I regret even saying it. It's mildly okay now.
Magnum, you're just
actually
an old
kind of annoying.
Space is where we all go to understand each other or whatever. Something Gundam, higher like awareness or something. I'm aware that space stuff.
It almost feels like people who say they like space are just those folks like those memes. It's like, I'm not like the other girls. It's just painted to be contrarian.
I mean, I like space full armor and like very specific suits. But man, does it still the extra aiming that's needed to be good at space though. That's my biggest thing. It's like once you add that extra mechanic
Get good,
in,
lol.
yeah, it's just like oof. But it is one of the
I
better.
enjoy it, but
about
it's just so much energy. There's so much energy for nothing.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. I will say it is funny though, like on ground, you have those people that boost back and forth, and you're just like, okay, come on, get it out of your system. Okay, now you're out of boost.
Bang!
Boom! Here's my cannon. And then like in space though, it's just like.
Sir.
Can you stop? Can you please? I wish this was ground right now. Okay, hang on. Okay, it's been a minute. He's still boosting. He's really still doing it. Oh crap, he actually hit me. What is this? Oh no, I've been knocked over. Like, yeah, it gets annoying when it comes to space people that are doing that. But, I mean, that's how I evade in space games, is I just boost around randomly and hope I look cool. And then, then I montage that one. The one that actually worked. There we go.
Space gameplay.
Yes, I have my record buffer on. Clip, boom. Okay, saving that one for later. Okay, no, but
I can already see the Magnum PogChamp thumbnail picture.
Oh, no, that's the PogChamp picture is only for the Zeong, like 210,000 damage base cheesing.
Also saying if you're good at space combat, you end up liking it is the same way as saying you'll like fighting games if you get good. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. Shut up.
Just practice, lol. He's got to hit the dojo and
even
learn
more
combos
time
for like 30
into
hours. No big deal.
They telling me that this anime gets good in like 100 episodes or some shit.
I
like,
feel
no.
you there. Fuck that.
My god!
I ain't got time to watch 100 fucking episodes. Let's not watch your bad anime.
But the game gets good in 100 hours, right? Yeah.
That was Majestic Prince for me. That shit was bad. I watched it because it's being SRW 30, but man, was it a hard pill to swallow.
Like, I'd never want to attempt getting good at a game ever again after this game is over.
For real, I'm ready to like
5,000%
fade into the
over
non-existence of RPGs, man.
Well, here, the next thing in the clan, and then we can go ahead and get into some new suit stuff, is kind of hilarious. So we've got the mermaid symbol.
I
Okay.
mean, what is the mermaid symbol? What does it look like? I haven't seen it yet.
Well, it's a mermaid, but it's called the mermaid.
Ah, typo. Got it.
I hope so.
Marmar.
It just says mermaid.
Isn't that a Fire Emblem thing?
And it's also aqua, so it's you get your what was that anime?
Konosuba.
Yeah, Konosuba. There you go.
Oh god.
You got Konosuba mermaid in here. There we go.
Yeah, I'm sure they wish.
Our waifu Darkness is in the game now? Yes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Please, Steffi.
But yeah, this one is only for the top 10 this time. Get the mermaid aqua.
Fuck, I'm never gonna get my mermaid.
Had to make you sweat extra for that Marmar.
Nice Marmar.
But yeah, so that's I was just like, is this a typo or is this not?
Both.
World may never know.
Yes. Wait. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into some new suit speculation. Did I mention this is not a support this week?
Wow, the delay on it.
No, this isn't a support.
There wasn't a support this week.
It's not a support.
Why? Why, dude? Why? This has got
to support.
I mean, it surely means though that the next one's gotta be a support.
okay, so here's my thing real quick.
There's no way that it isn't.
The fact that we didn't get a 650, 700 at least support for this event is that's a big feels bad, because if there's gonna have any event, especially the anniversary event, that's gonna be 3 weeks or longer, they should at least have one type of whatever the big cost that the event is around in that event. This is like, I thought they finally learned their lesson last year, but they didn't. Actually, did they actually even have anything good enough last year that was what? Oh yeah, the Faz. Yeah, that's right. They gave us the Faz. Like, come on. Like, oh.
I would never be another worthwhile suit again. Sorry, Magnum. No more supports. All generals.
I mean, they even specified the GG after the Agdoga.
Yeah, good game. That means they're done.
Oh no!
Oh no! Never touching that.
You guys thought it meant Gaine?
Gaine.
Dude, I was big sad though yesterday. Like, as soon as that hit, I was like, I was mad. I was like, the salt was flowing.
Yes, Magnum, embrace the salt.
Gustav was there. He heard. Sadly, I'm sorry.
The big Angie.
Like, oh man, it was just, yeah. As soon as that happened, I was just like, how do we not have a support? Why?
Man, I just have in mind like a mental image of you just being like, no, like an echoing, you just kind of like fade into darkness, like no, like you beat the final boss. What's the noise I make in Final Fantasy VII? Like,
yeah.
Whatever. No.
Yeah, I was just straight defeated.
Or fucking Mega Man X. There's just
I was straight defeated.
Yeah, that too. That works.
There we go. I was straight defeated though yesterday. I was like, yeah, we're gonna play support. We're gonna go all night. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. And then
gonna have a beam Gatling and all this
like,
shit. Oh my god!
Rage, all the rage.
Adam had his fucking like Quest waifu shirt on and everything.
No. See,
I'm ready to embrace the Gira.
See, I would be yeeting Quest out into space and be like, "Give me that suit.
Give me that robot." I don't hear it. Oh shit!
Yeah, I was ready to yeet Quest into space and take the robot, but no, I was ready to get in the robot. I was ready to get in the Zeta or the Doga, but didn't happen. So yeah, like, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna make a custom game. I'm gonna bully the suit, and then I'm going to bed. Like, I was gonna do some Tarkov even, because I was just like, ugh. But then I was just like, nah, I'm just done.
Literally a couple minutes later, he raises like, "No, you're gonna do Tarkov." Like, what?
No, I decided against it. Okay, so I'm gonna just say next week the Yagdoga quests again, but it's not the anniversary event anymore. I mean, what do you guys think about that? Am I crazy though? Like, don't you think they should have at least one of every type during an event if it's going to be 3 weeks or longer?
I think I said.
Because, like, next week there's not going to be any hype around it at all, unless, they decide to actually do some weird tinfoil hat thing of being like, yo, by the way, we forgot to do something.
Spoiler alert, they won't.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
this is it. I wonder if we'll even get a fucking like newsletter about them. Be like, oh, I hope you guys enjoyed the event. Now get ready for everything else, and a huge drought until like the end of September.
I mean, I guess we
start to do stuff for Spooky Month.
We get the patch notes the balance stuff next week, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god! If any of the anniversary stuff immediately gets a buffer nerf.
Oof.
Ooh.
Wouldn't be the first time.
It will not. I mean, some of these shits got day one stuff, so.
I know, right? GBO2 couldn't even come out before they nerfed it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Big
sad. Love my GBO2.
Bye.
Let's see. Any other ideas for new stuff though?
Give us the support, give us the quest, and that's it. Get on with it.
I'd be down to see. We already have. We already have like the C ones and stuff. Like, do you think we'll be seeing Superior at some point in time?
Probably.
Like, right.
I think that'd be eventually, maybe, right?
Yeah. I'd say that would be a raid though.
I was gonna say, like, how much different would it be from like the EXS? Would it just have less
would it
and
be
probably
much
just be
different?
more
It'd just be a
aggro?
support. I think it's gonna be a support.
I mean, it could be because it still has a lot of pretty much the same thing.
I feel like if they're gonna do
the
that, then
watered-down
they should
version.
retroactively change the EXS to be the support, and then just make this one the general.
But it can fly, and there's no downside. Oh, but you can just take away the good parts, right?
Right.
Oof.
They'll just make it be easy to stun, and they'll get rid of the eye field or whatever.
Oh, dude, that would suck for that thing if you could just stun it
No,
because it's so
I mean they
big.
probably won't, because I mean the Shikikai still has it, right? So it's fine.
Yeah.
They granted it that much.
That's what that support gets. It can't fly, but it can have that. There you go. There's your layer of defense.
Man.
Hopefully nobody shoots you in the leg.
The Shiki does very well with that.
It actually does. It's not that bad, really. Or as like mitigating damage.
Nice things.
Like
they're perfectly fine. Don't need any help.
Like, I don't know how well. Like anybody who's gonna shoot it with the stun, that you're probably gonna stun it because you know what you're fighting, but anything that does like beam bar for funnels or anything like that, and they just happen to hit that, or just any kind of like follow funnel thing where you're just spamming, not too bad. Pretty good against that. But
oh my god, he took my farm. Oh no. Oh no.
I know, I have a bunch of outfighters in Sotheby's, and it hurts me.
Oh no. Let's see. Well, here, I guess
also, because the rest of them are news. Oh,
if we haven't got any other new like suit stuff or any other new speculation, let's do just our anniversary thought. I can spell. There we go.
I mean, I think you called it right. Towards the beginning of the anniversary, it was very front loaded. I didn't actually realize that we had one last week until you mentioned it earlier. Like, we were pretty hyped during the actual presentation, but after the new Sazabi dropped, it kind of settled down pretty quickly. It's mostly just like, ooh, the bonuses are nice. That's about it.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's why I started my tinfoil hat stuff, dude. Like,
just because it'd be interesting than nothing at all.
Yeah, I was just like, this feels super front loaded. And then again, this week, the parts, I'm like, I don't know, unless you really knew it was coming, you probably already bought these parts because they're pretty much what most accounts need for anything high cost these days. So either you were just not spending your DP on stuff that you kind of really needed for 3 weeks, or you were, really nickel and diming there. But as a new player, you get so much DP starting out now. Like like on that account during that, I was getting like 5,000 a game, and this was back at like D. So like that's a lot of DP that early. It's like every 5 games you're buying a new part.
All the loot.
So, and you're guaranteed boxes every day for 7 days. Like that's pretty big. But not to get back into that again. But it's like I don't know. These parts just feel very weak sauce this week. Like I was kind of maybe expecting they'd also decide to throw in some new ones or put some in the ticket shop or something extra, right? This is going to be part week, right? Like, of course they're giving them out, but what are they, doing behind the scenes as well sometimes? And I was like, okay, well maybe they'll put something in the ticket shop because that kind of makes sense for this week.
Well, put it this way, right? Cosmetics are still kind of low. The fact that you couldn't get the fin funnels without spending like almost $100 fucking dollars.
Yeah, that was
Should have been indicator enough.
Yeah, what do we think about that as far as the anniversary fin money thing?
The actual token pack itself wasn't bad. Goku G was kind of eh, but the scaling was pretty rough.
Yeah, the shirt thing was weird.
Yeah, especially since they gave it for free last year. It feels like they front loaded a bunch of stuff and then took it as like an indicator that they could kind of skip on other things, or like try to milk money out of certain other things. And it's just like, why? Why would that be your takeaway from this?
So I guess here's a decent question. This year compared to last year, which one was better for an anniversary?
I'm gonna say last year.
Last year, although I will say the stuff that they did front load was pretty nice. I feel like it had more going on right away than last year had. But in the long term, last year still had more. It was generally just better.
I like the Hangar event
they have
better.
Stuff this year that are really nice. Parts I like and parts I don't like.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you could somehow combine the two, then that would be a pretty cool thing. I was kind of hoping we get some kind of combined thing for the Hangar event because this, 3 times chance at great success is cool and all, but I have gotten almost no extra benefit, whereas last year's was straight up just 2 times, no matter what. So you were guaranteed at least 200.
Yeah. Also, them skipping out on the supply crate thing.
Yeah, again, that too.
It feels like they were just trying to combat AB rooms and like shooting themselves in the foot in the process. Like they just had a different motivation for it this time. That was like equally as shitty.
Well, the weird thing again is they made AB rooms easier with the
but it wasn't their intent, so they're not gonna like acknowledge that was a fuck up.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm assuming that was their intent to nerf AB rooms. Or not. I mean, it was their intent to make people
try to use the mode properly. I don't think it really had. Like, I guess that's the question, right? Was it just because people in general were still using that mode that way in pubs, and that was their issue? Or was it actually something to combat AB rooms?
I think it was just they wanted people to not use high cost suits in that mode.
And that's kind of what it seems like. It was just incidental.
But I mean, that's the funny part about it. Even in like quick match, people will like freak out sometimes if you go in a super low cost suit because they're like, I just want to get this over with and I get more XP and everything else for playing quick match. What are you doing?
It's just an unofficial quick match where they actually get the fight. Like,
yeah.
Or it's just an unofficial AB room where they actually get the fight, and that's why people like it in pubs.
So they're like, what are you doing going in that 400 cost? Like, is he a new type? And I'm like, what? I'm playing a 400.
I am a new type.
This is more efficient to win. Like, we're not about winning here. We're about getting more XP and DP. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing it in quick match, then I guess it really doesn't matter regardless. It's not really affecting anything. There's no stake to the win or loss.
Yeah, but I mean, like, when you're wanting to go play the mode, though, and actually play the mode, it's like, okay, well, if you want to play, go play customs instead of the quick match.
Yeah, go play customs.
Yep.
That's always going to be the answer. It was always the answer in M-Bond. Just go play customs. Just make sure the player base looks like it doesn't exist. Go in there. Hope you know somebody in there.
But yeah, any other anniversary thoughts? I think we pretty much covered most of the stuff. Oh, here's one. I hope they keep this, like, step-up thing for suits. again. Like that was kind of cool that they just were like, yeah, 7 step ups. You've been saving your tokens. Here you go. Or of course for the whaling people, there's always that too. So that was kind of nice.
Hopefully that isn't something they try to keep just for like bigger events. That'd be kind of weird.
Yeah.
I would almost say maybe just for bigger suits.
Yeah,
But then again, that
all
also
4
that
stars.
also equates to it being like a bigger event still, which is a little weird.
Yeah,
We'll
I'd
see
like to
what
see
they
some
try to
3
do, though.
stars get like maybe a 5-step guarantee thing or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, they really need to fix whatever's going on with the servers right now. This shit. Every time getting out of the match with this fucking restricted
Want to play the
shit.
video game?
Yeah, I've just been noticing cannot find news or whatever every 5 minutes popping up on my screen right now. And then it just goes away and I'm like, okay, well that's cool, I guess. So I don't know what they broke, but something broke. But
Hopefully they actually acknowledge it and it's like
but yeah, anything else with that? If not, we want to go ahead and do some shoutouts.
Sounds good.
Okie dokie. So Gustav the 13th, Gustav _ X triple I. Oh my god, Ashi immediately because it's the Rigazee disappointed.
Yes.
Over here on all social media as much as possible, still trying to get clips and stuff over on like TikTok, YouTube, trying to keep up with the gameplay highlights and all that good stuff. Hopefully we can try to get in for some practice, if not today, then tomorrow. For clan matches, GS3 trying to get in there for the top 100 as always. And besides that, we should be continuing with our Nier Automata playthrough later on tomorrow. Might be doing that first and then just going into Gundam, depending. I should probably just do that for like practice days. Just makes more sense. But yeah, hopefully check us out over at Twitch.
And I am GamingEmblem. You can catch me at twitch.tv/GamingEmblem. I have a tiny little YouTube and spattering of tweets. You can find content, things like that maybe we talk about or are interested in. If you want to see some old gameplay videos, got some 13 Sentinels and all that good jazz on there. Videos, my Sonic Forces playthrough. If you want some retro emblem, but getting ready for Tales of Arise, Super Robot Wars 30. Maybe some D double, reincarnated, resurrected, returned, whatever it's called. Feel free to check it out or whatever, or don't. Free country, do whatever you want.
Not your dad.
Yeah, I'm not your dad. Go for it.
And as always, everybody's links and stuff will be down in the description below. But I'm EG Magnum. I stream on Twitch, got a Twitter, Discord, YouTube channel. Gonna be doing some dailies right after this, and then probably a little Tarkov this time, because I am still salty about that thing up there not being a support. But yeah, hopefully next week. If not, if we don't have a support next week, I'm just gonna go ballistic at that point.
Also, give Dahlia something to do. She's collecting dust up there.
Please. And then yeah, tomorrow gonna try to do either Phantasy Star Online 2. They got some new content with the urgent quest and stuff, but I'll probably be trying to finish that level up challenge thing, or Mech Warrior 5, one of those probably, and then Tarkov, and then dailies. But too many games. Path of Exile will be coming up sometime as well. Whatever I don't do tomorrow, I'll try to push till either the weekend or next week, early next week. And then, of course, Banner Night on Wednesday, where I either explode or am very happy. And then the podcast next week at 9 p.m. Eastern. But yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Let us know what you thought about what we talked about in the description below. But yeah, that'll be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.
Later.